Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 7 of this modern house design. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to add in roofs and then we extended this a little bit. Also, we finish up the grid lines, the curtain grids, and then add in the mullions. And then we organize the width of the windows. So now we're gonna continue working on this. We're gonna add in the facade of the building or the house. So now let's go to south elevation and then here click on component, the drop down, and then click on model in place. Look for generic model and then press OK and then press OK with this. Click on set. So once set is selected, choose a picked plane. So press OK. And then let's use this plane or this wall. So after that, let's click on extrusion. So I'm going to add this extrusion here. So I'm going to use rectangle first. And then I'm going to add in a rectangle all the way down. So from the top to below. So something like that. And then now we could align it from this. So AL, and then align it at the end of this. So click tab, and then here. We are going to extend this one all the way up. So around the lines of, this is probably 300. Yeah, 360. So let's add it. So I'm gonna use this and then around 500 and then click finish. So before we click finish mode again, let's change the materials. So I want to use like stone. So let's go to stone and then let's add in the marble and then click finish. So now it looks like this. And then again, let's do this again by adding in another extrusion. So let's go back to south elevation and then do architecture and then component and then model in place. This will be generic model number 2 and then click on extrusion again. We will pick a plane and this wall again. We're gonna select and then the rectangle. So I'm gonna do a rectangle here and then another rectangle all the way down. So I want to know this is 200. So let's maintain 200 as well. And then now we could delete this and then do trim. So now it will look like it's consistent. We are gonna do it first over. So I'm actually going to pull this down for now. And then this one as well. So below the million. And then let's make this 200. Click finish And let's change the material again. Oh, before that, let's trim this. And then change the material. Let's use this. And then click Finish. And then click Finish again. And let's look at it. We're going to pull this back. And then again, let's go back to South. And I want to finish this. So South elevation, architecture, model in place, generic model, and then another extrusion. Same plane. And we're just going to copy this. I want to extend this a little bit. Something like that. And then align. AL. And then for this one, AL as well. And then click Finish. And then Finish. I want to copy the same depth of the extrusion, so you could use Align as again. So AL and choose the face. So it will create that one. Now let's finish this by adding the one at the top. So for this one, we're gonna add in another extrusion later on. So don't worry about that. And with this one as well. Okay, so let's go back and do another extrusion. So another extrusion like so. Pick a plane. Gonna choose this plane, which is the same plane as earlier. And then let's do this. 200 and then 200 like that. And then we're just gonna align it from this line. Click Finish. Oh, we haven't done this yet. And then trim TR. Click Finish. And then we could add in another extrusion. Same plane. And then click Finish. And then Finish. And then go to 3D. And then let's align everything. So AL. Like that. And then AL again for this one. As you can see, everything is lining up. In some ways, I want to center this. As you can see, there's a little bit more there. So instead, I just want to move it on this. And what we could do is we could just erase it for now and redo it. So I think this is good enough. And let me, okay, so now we could align. So it's much better. So now let's go back to architecture and then add in a curtain grid. And at least it's gonna be in the middle. And it looks much better. And then let's add in the mullion, grid line. So that's easy enough. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this one and I'm gonna edit type and then duplicate. I just want to change this so that I could add in a different material. So I think I haven't used birch yet, so let's use birch. So I'm gonna change this one as well. I'm just changing this. And what else can we change? Okay. So yeah, I'm planning to add in the wood here. So from the design of my friend, he wanted some wood here, plank wood, and then this will be stone, and maybe this one will be stone as well. Yeah, he hasn't figured out what's going to happen here, but yeah, I'm just seeing a front elevation from him, and then he said that he's gonna create the back and whatever he wants on the side as a material. So at least the main design has been done, the facade of the building, and then we could work on this and do it further on. Next thing we're gonna do is the gate. So let's go to south elevation again and let's add in the gate. So this will be another model in place. So generic model, model 7, extrusion, pick a plane. I'm gonna use this plane. And all the way like that. So that will be the gate. So after that, let's look for the middle. So I'm gonna use this for the middle. And then we're gonna offset. So I'm gonna offset this around probably 50. No, 200. So something like that. And then I'm gonna use this, offset this to 20. So I press the space bar so that it goes inside. Okay, something like that. And then this one again, let's offset this to 50. We'll make it 100. And then spacebar again to go to the inside. So I'm just gonna erase the one here, something like that. And then now let's make more of this. So maybe I could just offset. So 100, 100. So now let's do this split element. Okay, so now you could just trim. So for this one, you could just add in something like that. Okay. Okay. So now I don't want to do that again. So I'm just gonna erase this one. And then I'm gonna mirror this. Okay. So everything is good. We could move this. So actually that's good enough actually. We could just click finish and then let's change the materials. So let's choose this and then go to 3D and we're gonna extrude it. So let's finish first and we could just extrude it afterwards. So I'm just looking where is the extrusion. So it's like that. So I'm gonna extrude it like that first and then after that so I want it to be on the face. So now we could use align and let's use this face and then that one. So it looks like that now. So it looks much better. So let's add in some sidewalk and the road. So let's go to level 1 and go to architecture and then floor. And let's edit this type and duplicate. 200 is good. And change the material. Let's use this. And let's add in the sidewalk. Click finish. And let's look at it at 3D. So it will look like that. But we want actually this one to have a thickness. So I'm gonna change it to 300. So it is above, should be above. Press OK and then OK. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna modify or add split line. So we're gonna add a split line over here. And then here as well. And then let's do it on the other side. I'm gonna add a split line again. And another one. And then after that, you can now click this. So click modify element, sub element, and we could put -100. And then this one as well, -100. So now everything will be leveled except for this area. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this boundary and I'm gonna make it bigger. Something like that. I would like to add some plants here in front. And I want to add something here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to south elevation again, and I'm gonna model in place a generic model. So it's gonna be another extrusion. Pick a plane. I'll choose this wall. Gonna do it like that. And then another one with an offset of 50. I want it from the inside. So something like that. And then click or change the materials first. So I'm gonna soft lumber and click finish, and then let's look at it, the 3D. So something like that, and then maybe we could do another extrusion and set it on a plane, which is this one. So I set it on a plane, and then after that we could go to a west elevation, let's go to east instead. It's not visible here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna pick this plane or pick line, and then trim it. And then let's add in some grooves. Something like that. I wanna array that. It's not possible to array, so we're gonna do it manually. So copy. So every 65. And then let's do it again, but click on multiple. 65, 65. So with this one, you could just shorten this. Let's delete the remaining that we're not using. And then okay, so now SL to split element. And then trim TR. Okay, so now let's click finish and change this one bamboo weave. And then click finish. So just as something for a design, and then let's go to south elevation and let's copy that. Uncheck constraint, and we're just gonna copy it on the bottom. And then let's just align it AL, or instead of that, let's just nudge it. in place. Something like that. Now we could change the materials on that. And then a little bit more change. We're going to extend this. So level 2. So I'm going to edit this. Finish. I'm going to extend this here, all the way there. Edit that. I just don't want it to be overlapping. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna align this. And then let's do this. And then with this one, we could edit this. So actually, let's go to west elevation. Sorry, south. And then we're gonna create an extrusion just to hide that. So it will be much good in terms of aesthetic. Extrusion. So pick a plane. Then let's delete this and trim this. Looks better. So if we look at it outside elevation, you can see the consistency of the design and the flow of it. So it's much better looking like that. So let's add in the road. So level 1, save this project, go to architecture again, and then floor. This will be floor number 6. So we're going to edit this and duplicate. Edit type. We're going to do 200 and then change this to wood thick. So we have that, and then click finish. We're gonna put this to -100 offset. So that's good. And then after that, let's go back here and add in some flooring here. So another floor, edit type, duplicate, floor 7. Let's just change material. So for now, let's add it that. And now we could just add this and on the other side as well. Click finish and let's look at it. Okay, that's good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in some walls. So let's go to wall exterior, and then we're gonna edit this, duplicate wall 3. We need to change this. Soldier cores. And then go to level 1 and we're just gonna add it connecting. Let's duplicate this and change to this one. Okay, so that's good. And then after that, exterior wall again. So some random materials, and let's add in a rectangle house like that. Let's move it around like that as well. And click finish. So we're finished with this, and then let's add in another one on the other side. So this one will be here. Let's delete this in the middle and extend this like that. Let's align this. And connect it like that. And we'll be able to change this. We can change the height. We don't need it to be too high like that. We want to showcase the house on the other side as well, but only with that part. And then let's create the roof for this one. So for the roof, just click roof. This will be for level 2. We're gonna choose pick line and then define slope. Offset this to 200 and from the outside. Click finish and look at it like that. So for this one, we're gonna edit and duplicate. We just forgot to do this, but roofing EMB. And with this one, we could manipulate this roof. And then let's do the other side. So level 1 again. And then roof, it will be moved to level 2. So that's fine. And then define roof, pick line. We're going to edit this type, duplicate, roof number 3. And then change the material again. Still carbon. Okay. And then offset 300 from the outside. We need to trim this part. And for this spot, we're gonna uncheck this only on this line. Finish. And let's look at it like that. Let's put it down. Okay. And then now we're gonna attach this wall. So attach on top. And as you can see, it balances out. We're just gonna add in some windows for this. And then we could just copy so that it's gonna be on the same level. And then we could just move it around to make it same width. And then here we could add in insert window. So we could change this, different kinds of windows. We could add this one. Let's add this one and this one. That's okay. And then go back to architecture. And then windows. So this one, let's add in this one first. I think this is the same one as we are fine. We're just gonna use this. Looks much better anyway. And then copy. So it looks good. So let's finish this now. And the next video, I'm gonna export this to Twinmotion and render it from there. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.